Welcome to the AI Daily Deep Dive. Today is Thursday, November 20th, 2025, and we've got 5 pivotal stories breaking, well, basically right now.
And the mission is speed. We're cutting through the noise to get to what matters.
Exactly. And just so you know, this entire deep dive was researched and generated entirely by AI. So our job is to guide you through what it found.
Right. To drill down into the practical implications, the geopolitics, what you actually need to know fast.
Okay, let's jump right in. First up, Google. They just launched Nano Banana Pro, and this is built on their new Gemini 3 Pro model.
Yeah, and this is a big step up. The original was, let's be honest, kind of a novelty generator. This version is aimed squarely at the professional market.
It's all about utility. So you can feed it something really unconventional, like a resume or just a raw snippet of code.
And it spits out a whole infographic or a complex slide deck. You skip all the manual work.
I think the biggest leap, though, especially for creators, is the consistency. It can maintain the same character across, 14 different images?
14. That's huge. I mean, that saves days of work for any visual content studio that needs that kind of continuity.
Absolutely. Okay, so moving from generative tools to physical hardware.
Mm.
The US versus China humanoid robot race, it is really heating up.
And their strategies could not be more different. It's fascinating.
So China is all about scale and affordability. You've got companies like Unitree leading the charge.
They really do. We're tracking at least 80 robotics companies over there. That's 5 times more than in the US. Unitree is already selling robots for as little as $6,000.
Meanwhile, the US, with Tesla's Optimus at the forefront, is focused on, high-end sophistication. They're talking about 1 million units a year.
At about $20,000 a pop, but here's the catch, right?
The dependency. How can you project that kind of output when you still need to get critical part screws, batteries, motors from China?
That's the core friction in the rivalry. It complicates everything, especially when you think about the stakes. Morgan Stanley says this could be a $5 trillion market by 2050.
5 trillion. Wow. And speaking of hardware problems, the AI boom is creating this unexpected supply crisis.
The memory crunch. We all used to worry about GPUs, but now the bottleneck has shifted.
So AI is just swallowing up all the memory.
Pretty much. All the manufacturing focus is on HBM, high bandwidth memory, for the big profitable data centers. And that is completely cannibalizing the supply of standard DDR memory.
Stuff and everything else.
Exactly.
And the price hikes are just staggering. Samsung is up 60%, so the memory stick that cost you $100 is now
Selling for over $250, it's a massive distortion, and the ripple effect is immense. This isn't just your PC, it's hitting medical equipment, cars, consumer electronics.
Okay, let's shift to geopolitics. The U.S. just made a huge policy reversal, approving the export of a ton of advanced NVIDIA chips to the Gulf.
A huge deal. We're talking up to 35,000 advanced chips worth about $1 billion going to Saudi Arabia's Humane and the UAE's G42.
So what prompted the change?
Well, it looks like a transaction. The approval came right after the Saudi Crown Prince pledged to boost U.S. investments from $600 billion up to $1 trillion.
So it's a trade-off. We give you critical tech, you give us a massive investment.
Seems that way. And the Saudis are moving fast. Humane is openly saying they want to be the 3rd largest global AI hub, right after the U.S. and China.
And they're partnering with Elon Musk's xAI to build a 500-megawatt data center to do it. That is just enormous.
Finally, let's bring it back to the creative economy. A new Cambridge study is out, and it's not great news for UK novelists.
Right. 51%, over half, are worried that AI will just eventually replace their work completely.
And for a lot of them, this isn't a future problem. 39% say their income has already dropped because their books are being used to train LLMs without their permission.
And they're not happy with the proposed regulations, right? This rights reservation.
Not at all. The problem is that the system defaults to consent. So the AI companies can use the work unless the author finds it and formally opts out.
That puts the entire burden on the creator. How could one person possibly track every piece of their work online?
They can't. That's the point. They feel it makes copyright protection basically impossible at scale.
So, wow. We've just spanned professional AI tools, the robotics race, supply chain meltdowns, billion-dollar chip diplomacy, and a crisis facing creative writers.
These 5 stories, all just from today, show AI is accelerating disruption on every single front simultaneously: hardware, finance, geopolitics, and culture.
It's a lot to process.
It is. So the thought to leave you with is this. If this is what just 24 hours of news looks like, what new disruption will tomorrow's top 5 bring?